Is San Francisco more expensive than Manhattan?
Slightly less.
Yeah.
Like,
But they're a hell of a lot nicer. Hell of a lot
Yeah, that's
nicer.
true.
Plus, there's 100% more naked people in San Francisco.
Really?
You go from 0 to 3.
What do we got?
Boom.
Chinese food?
What do you got? What Chinese food?
It's orange chicken and sesame chicken and rice.
Holy crap.
So
What's,
Dude, when you do shows at Twitch, Chad just brings you beer and Chinese food. This is amazing.
well, whatever you don't get.
That's weird because you're saying the words when you do shows at Twitch. Chad brings you Chinese food, and it sounds like you're saying those words to me, which would lead me to believe that you're telling me this is what happens to me at Twitch, but simultaneously you're describing something that doesn't happen to me when I do shows at Twitch. So I'm very confused about the words that are coming out of your mouth.
What kind of Chinese food
Sorry,
you
Brian,
have?
you're breaking up. The internet connection is getting kind of crazy.
You got some chicken fried rice there?
No, there's just a bunch of chicken. Holy crap. All right, I put in way too much of that. Sorry, there's just a lot of Chinese food that's going on right now. Brian left.
He
Can you
did.
go to get Chinese food, Dave?
He's going to go get some pizza. That's our version of Chinese food in Texas.
Pizza!
Las Vegas!
All right. So, like, you're, like, traveling around, like,
Yeah.
touring, doing gigs and stuff and everything?
I've been a gypsy for 2 years, basically. I've
Like, all doing magic, or you got another gig?
No, yeah, I've got a sort of a more reliable source of income, but
Oh.
I do magic and hypnosis shows, and that sort of supplements that. So it's a smorgasbord of income
But
opportunities.
would the traveling come from the gig or the magic?
Oh no, actually, I broke up with my girlfriend, and we were in a relationship for about 4 years, and we were supposed to move in together, and then we broke up, and I just decided that'd be a good time to hit the road, just go see the country.
Okay.
So I put everything in
Why
storage
did
and
we
hit
wait
the
until
road.
the Aftershow to talk about this?
I don't know.
This is the thing to talk about.
I don't know. Yeah.
So wait, hold on.
Are we still on the
4
air right
years.
now?
4 years you're dating this girl,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And this is in Austin,
That's,
right?
That's
They're in
correct.
the Austin metropolitan area. And then, yeah, I don't want to get into the gory details of what goes on, but like that's a, like, was it a sudden thing? Was it like you knew that there was
Okay, so we were
something coming, you just didn't know what it was?
we were planning on moving in together,
Yeah.
and then we ended up breaking up.
Who, you? Oh, you and the chick?
So I had already given notice to my apartment complex that I'm out of there, and since I was
Yes.
going to be out of there,
Ryan,
What?
hear me?
What?
How many times did we go get you fucking Taco Bell?
nice.
Oh! Chad's got the belt!
Oh, hey! How many times did we get you Taco Bell? No, instead about Chinese food. Hey, no, I don't want that. Get out of here.
You got it.
Chad, I don't mean to besmirch your reputation. I'm just deeply concerned with what appears to be...
Finished.
What?
When everyone's like, "Oh, Chad, Chad," and then someone just typed in the red menace! Exclamation point.
Look, I'm just deeply concerned about what appears to be some kind of bizarre pro-date rape agenda that they're promoting over at Domino's Pizza. I'm totally uncomfortable with this.
Awesome.
All right, what do we call this
Okay.
episode?
Compliment Bomb 2. Here's your dress.
This is all yucky.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you what, we were talking to Dave. Dave,
Anyway, that's that,
that's a crazy story. Like, all of a sudden, it's like you're moving in with your chick, and then next thing you know, like, it's just like a ship hits the rocks. I mean,
Yeah.
I assume it's a big shock, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of figured, like, well, since my default plan has kind of, blown up in my face, what am I going to do?
All right, let me just say this. Jeff in the chat room, I assume it's Jeff, Geof, says, Domino's, really? Enjoy your cardboard, brah. He didn't say brah. But And the answer is, it's my only option. So thanks for taking a dump on my only option, bruh.
No, yeah. I mean, come on. No, stop breaking his balls. So wait, hold on. On a scale from 1 to 10, when the breakup hits, Dave, like where are we at? Like before it happens, where would you expect it from a scale of 1 to 10?
If I was honest, about a 6. Like.
Okay, so it's like things aren't exactly perfect.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But certainly, like you have 4 spaces to go.
It was like a 6 that I was, I think both of us were hoping to bring down to like a 3, by moving in together, kind of.
By moving in.
Right. Like this is just a rocky part that everybody goes through, kind of thing. And then we had a conversation on the phone. I was out of town, and I kind of realized when we had that conversation that this was going to lead to a bigger conversation. That was probably going to be the end of the relationship. Yeah.
So you knew going into the conversation that like, okay, like you weren't just like a cow walking into the slaughterhouse and getting a bolt in your brain.
No,
like,
the actual moment, it was like more of a formality. We're both going to meet together, and we're both going to say this is the best thing to do right now.
Yeah, yeah. And then at that point, because I would assume in your situation that at that point, the idea of let me just go roam the country is a romantic one, but maybe not. Maybe the one that would kind of wash out with time, like in the practicality. But what was your first thought, and when did you realize that's what you really wanted to do?
Well, a long time ago, I had a similar moment. And it sort of comes full circle. I had a similar moment where just stuff was not working out, and I got a call from a friend of mine that said, there's this band on tour that needs a lighting, or they need a sound guy. They need a front of the house sound director. And I had done sound for a few years in high school, so I was like, sure, let's do that. Because that seemed like, I have nothing else going on at the time. Let's just go on the road and be on tour. That sounds fun.
Why not?
Right. So I get out there. I pack all my stuff. I get out there. The day that I'm supposed to get on the tour bus, they go, you know what? Our sound guy is going to stay a little while longer.
What?
And I'm like, I don't know if you know this, but I don't have anywhere to live right now. Like I've got my bags here and I'm ready to go. And they're like, well, our lighting guy is going to be leaving soon. Do you have any experience with lighting? So I went, yeah, of course I do. Right. And having none at all. And I think they sort of sensed that I was lying because, like I said, I'm a terrible liar. And they were like, well, okay, we'll give you 2 weeks. If at the end of 2 weeks you don't know what you're doing, then we'll just drop you back off and you'll fly back to Austin.
Wait, they set you up like they're like, you got the job. But if you're lying to us right now.
Well, they were like, if 2 weeks into it, you're obviously
just
unqualified.
kind of do this
right
sometime over the next 2 weeks.
Right.
Like you got something in your eye and then we'll know.
And the crazy thing was, for the first 10 days of that 2 weeks, we were traveling. We were on the road from Plainview, Texas to Miami, Florida. So I didn't even get a chance to even try out most of the stuff that I was supposed to be doing.
Like fuck around with the lights. Yeah.
Right. So I had like 4
I'm
or 5
sorry, what
days.
was that you just said, Justin Robert Young?
He said to freak out with the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said
And I'm proud to be a belt owner, where at least I know I cursed on Twits.
Chad opened the floodgates.
Long story
the
short.
what gates?
Floodgates!
Oh, okay.
Long story short, I was with
what
him
kind
for
of
7
gates would
months.
those be in your mind? All right, so long story short, you're on the road. You're on the way from Plainview, Texas to Miami, Florida. You're a fake lighting director.
That's correct.
And
I have
did
4
you get
days
your
to
stuff
learn.
together?
I have 4 days to learn everything about lighting. How to take down the entire rig, what cables do what, how to use the controller, basically what the cues are for every one of the songs in the band. And and it worked. I ended up staying on the tour for several months. Well,
Can you say what band it is, just in case people want to support them for supporting you?
I probably shouldn't. They're no longer together.
Oh, you're about to spill. You're about to spill, bro.
Thank you. So anyway, this current thing with the breakup felt like another one of those moments. And again, I'm chewing pizza while I'm talking to you.
That's fine. I'm eating Chinese. Then I cursed on Twit.
I get a call from a friend of mine that's like, he's a nurse. And he says, I'm going to start traveling. I'm going to do like a traveling nurse job. I'm going to go spend 3 months in different cities. I'm just going to travel around. But the thing is, I don't know anybody where I'm going. And they pay for my housing. So if you ever need a couch to crash on or whatever, I'm going to be in this city or this other city. And I basically said, yeah, I'm gonna do that right now because that's all my stuff. I've got to be out of my apartment. I've got to move it into storage anyway. I may as well just hit the road with a friend of mine and go, check out wherever he's going to be, which happened to be Dallas at the time.
Yeah.
And so I checked out Dallas, and then I checked out Baton Rouge, and then I checked out New Orleans, and then I checked out Kingman, Arizona, and I started, visiting all these places, San Francisco, San Diego, and.
So now, you're with your nurse friend. So you are spending the time that he is spending, and that's like 3 months per city or whatever?
Yeah, well, so after a while, he's married and he has 3 kids, so that started to take a toll on that sort of thing. So he had to move back. But I just kept kind of moving from city to city, staying with friends and family and so on and so forth. And now, on Saturday, so right now I'm in Austin, but on Saturday I fly to New York City, where I've rented 2 apartments in Manhattan. Back to back. So I'm going to spend the summer in Manhattan.
So you are still, this is not like you are at the end of this. You are still on the David Rowan.
My stuff is still in storage right at the road. And yeah, I'm still kind of moving around trying to find a place I enjoy. And I'm thinking about the French Quarter of New Orleans in the fall. But then I think I sort of have to start to get kind of more serious about maybe a more longer term kind of place to stay.
Well, I was going to ask you, so like, what are you looking for? Like, what brings you home, even if home is in Austin? What settles you somewhere? Because it can't still be about the breakup.
No.
This far along, right?
She and I are friendly now, and I'm happy for her. She's in a different relationship, and we both moved on, and that's fine.
Okay, all right,
yeah,
whatever.
There's no.
Screw.
Yeah.
She's turn.
Right. So that's that. But for me, it's just kind of exercising a certain purpose. Like finding a place that makes sense for what you want to do. So.
So you were looking for a place to speak to you before you move and settle there.
Yeah, I basically, and I've tried out a couple of places. Like I've tried on Houston for size, and it just didn't. I thought it was going to feel right, and it didn't feel right. And so now I'm going to go look at New York City, and maybe I'll get out to San Francisco or L.A. Vegas is also another one. I want to be in a city.
Don't move to Vegas.
Well, the French Quarter, New Orleans is one too. I want to be in a city, maybe Chicago, that has a pulse. I want to be in a city that kind of like things are happening there. Like it's a place where you can launch a big idea.
Hey, real quick, let's go ahead and title this thing and do our business so I can wrap up this file that I'm sending over.
Sure.
What are we going to call this episode?
So, Compliment Bomb 2, I think, is a natural.
Double complete compliment. Limp steak, exhausted and British.
Well, I mean, because like the thing is, like, that was one of our most popular episodes, and I think it would be cool if there was like people knew that there was a sequel to that episode.
All right, sure. You don't want to be the fart songer?
You're the fart songer.
Wow. All right.
Whether you want to admit it or not,
Yeah.
Old janitor.
All right.
What are we doing, title sequence?
Yeah, well, I'm just going to say what this thing is. This is NSFW episode 130, recorded on June 5th, 2012. Compliment Bomb 2. Compliment harder. All right. Boom. Padre SJ said, it's easy. NSFW is funny as balls.
All right. On this episode of NSFW, we're joined by fantastic magician David Rowan. What are we going to do with him? Oh, I'll tell you. We're going to compliment bomb again. You might remember the one time that we took a random newspaper article and dropped so many compliments on him they didn't know what hit him. It's happening yet again. It all goes down right now on this episode of NSFW.
Cue the music.
Oh my gosh, there's a spider on the table.
Well-
There's a spider on the table. Kill it, Darren, kill it.
Again. Oh, yeah. Squarespace. Hold on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squarespace, Squarespace, Squarespace.
Beep ba doo doo. Beep boo doo be doo be doo be doo boo. Holy crap. Holy crap. Hulk versus Thor has, it's hit that 302 freeze.
That's the critical number.
113 likes, 0 dislikes. Nobody be that a-hole. But look at that.
There we go.
Somebody shouts, "Fake!" I saw the guy picking up the Hulk and Thor.
All right, Jam, you ready? Squarespace. Hold on. This episode of NSFW is brought to you by Squarespace.com, the fast and easy way to create a high-quality website or blog. For a free trial and 10% off your first purchase on new accounts, go to Squarespace.com and use offer code NSFW6. And now, they offer free domain registration with an annual plan subscription. Mother effer.
He's just a thrower.
Sorry, Buster. You ain't allowed here. Take off.
Hey, lighten up. We're just throwing.
Oh, yeah? Let's see you throw one. How about you getting lost?
What do you mean?
I mean it. Move out. Now.
By the way.
By the way.
Hey, Colleen. Got a great ass.
I don't know.
I know.
You don't look so hot to me.
I love how
Oh, yeah? You didn't catch this.
the Frisbee inexplicably changes color.
Hey. Yeah, let's have it. This is for the Molokai cops.
I like the victory.
the victory fist pump.
Where is that from?
It's from.
The State of the Union address?
It is. I'm glad to say it. I want to know. This thing blows me away.
By the way, Creepy Santa on the compliment bomb says, "Amazing! I love elderly women and pillowcases."
Do stars without makeup, and I think, are we now supposed to have makeup on every moment of our lives? You know, it's like
Yes, you owe it to the public.
He looks back again. All right, let me hit stop and then get it to. Hopefully save this. Let me save as burger. Hey, David, are you going to try to drive back to silly Antonio, or are you going to stay here?
I don't know, man.
All right. Have another beer.
Hey there, it's a nice, it's right in the bedroom right next to the studio. I've been there. I gave it 3 stars on Yelp.
0605.
I actually can't wait to get back to Austin. So wait, do you think in 2 weeks you want to come up to Dallas and we'll do NSF dubs from the Palace Colony? The only problem with Dallas is that, like, I'll target somebody and be like, "Oh wait, I'm coming to Dallas," and then they'll be like, "Oh wait, I actually live 7 hours away from where you are in Dallas."
Dude, I'm telling you, you could drive 7 hours in any direction from Austin, Texas, and still be in Texas. It's ridiculous.
This is true.
No. I'm not even talking about Texas. I'm talking about Dallas. Dallas is apparently like an 8-hour radius. Like, it is like the largest, just like metropolitan area of ever anything.
Yeah, DFW at rush hour. Yeah, it would probably actually take about 6-7 hours to get around.
just to get from one side to the other.
It's like the craziest thing ever.
Give me that cheese pizza. All right. I'm gonna unload like 2 entire packets of red sauce on it. By which I mean communist expressions. What did he say?
And by the way, to Cowgirl Curtis's comment in the chat room, I'm not saying that's untrue. I'm just saying I gave it 3 stars.
Apparently from the Saturday Night Show, a TV show in Ireland. What,
Well, I know it was RTE, which I know is an Irish network or whatever.
Like a balloon going off. Well, I really go out of my way to run over cane toads basically because I have a very profound love of the wildlife that occurs here naturally. If it was possible to remove them and totally eradicate them from Australia, and I was capable of
What are you
doing
watching?
it, I would spend a lifetime doing exactly that.
it's a
This
guy,
guy goes
who-
and runs over toads?
Yeah, apparently.
What an ass.
But apparently it's an invasive species that is crazy and
Still,
mating
though,
season.
like, you know.
Anyone tried to hurt one of my toads, there'd be a lot of noise, and they'd realise I wasn't a lady.
So wait, literally, this is like a documentary about it. Is the dude who runs over toads?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Cowgirl Curtis says she had to watch this in class.
About what? Like,
This
what
dude
was the
running over
last-
toads.
I know, but like,
Ben
what was...
Franklin said I'd tap that. But then again, what wouldn't he tap, Ben? Benny! 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 Benny!
Here's the thing. Somebody suggested we do Venus by Bananarama, but the problem is there's not going to be a narrative here, right? It's just going to be crazy.
Well, what did we decide? We needed a video that took itself seriously
You gotta
and
overdose
has a
on the audio.
narrative, right?
Yeah. This one, not so much.
What if you overdub like some like current song with that video? Can you do that?
Yeah, we have the technology. What about
Like Call Me Maybe?
Putting on the Ritz by Taco?
Yeah.
Save a Prayer. We got Africa by Toto.
No, that's
Africa
good.
might be the
There
way
you
to go.
Yeah, Africa sounds good.
Is this? No, this isn't it. No, this is the stupid Coors Light Cloverfield videos that they keep putting up.
What the hell is this? That's dumb. All right.
Wait,
Oh, I
so
can't-
Coors is trying to get people to click on them by calling their videos other videos?
No,
No,
they're
that's
like
an ad
no, it's
that
like
they-
pre-roll, right? But it's like, oh, look at these home videos of people seeing a pint of Coors Light flying
right,
over
right.
the city.
They're encountering the pint of destiny.
I don't think that little thing that they do on the side of the Miller cans, that punch top's gonna last.
It seems horrifying because
too
like
much effort.
it involves an outside implement.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, by the way,
Not
but
gonna
I'll
work.
tell you what would, I think, actually do really well is a craft beer that put stuff out in aluminum cans that required, they had no pull top. You had to use an old-fashioned church
So
key.
you had to do the like,
Interesting.
but like you had to punch it
How-
on both ends, like
Yeah.
a Hawaiian punch.
Right, or like a quart of motor oil. Like, I would love that. That would be so
Yeah,
kitschy.
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure like a small batch, people would flip their balls for it.
I always wanted to see one of those Coke cans that like popped up the money. Like,
Oh,
like
man!
way
Does somebody
back
have one
in the
of
day.
those?
I've seen like little commercials of them. I'm like,
Do
oh,
you
man.
remember that, Justin?
I remember that. Yeah, no. Because like the question was always like, wouldn't you be able to feel it? Like you'd be able to feel the difference.
Yeah.
But
between,
you
like,
can't.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's just it. The way they got around it was by filling it with chlorinated water. But the problem was there were people who like and money would come out and like the F is this money, and then they drink the chlorinated water, and they're like, why am I drinking chlorinated water?
Again.
This doesn't taste like Coke. I don't know. Let me try again.
That's apparently what.
Oh God, it's so gross. Oh,
You finish
Martha,
it.
can you taste this? This doesn't taste like Coke. Bring the kids in.
Oh, it tastes like
Hold on,
financial
wait a minute.
success.
Maybe it just takes a little bit for it to turn to Coke. Oh, it didn't turn to Coke.
Were we supposed to get financial tips during the...
Oh, yeah. What I want you to do is sell brocade.
And Facebook.
Also,
Sell Facebook.
stay away from Solyndra. I'm hearing bad things.
Okay, good.
Did you hear? There's some investment company that's like advising people to short Facebook now.
Well, apparently the word was today. It's not like the street says it's not worth a look until it hits 20. So like you've got a long way down if you bought it at 32.
Wow, a lot of people gonna lose a lot of.
I predicted this, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, Facebook when it goes public, down. It's just not gonna happen. And
I mean, I guess like it depends on the price. Like 32 was just like way too high of a price for a company that doesn't really make a whole lot of money.
Well, yeah, but I think the other thing too is they realized they were their own like bubble and could sort of use their PR engine to make them sound better than they really were when they had to open the books.
Well, here the biggest problem is that something like Facebook is like the emperor's clothes. It's like the U.S. dollar. It's like it's only as powerful as everyone believes it, right? And so and this was mishandling the IPO was extraordinarily bad because now that Facebook will be synonymous with joke stock offering. And then if I'm Hyatt Regency Hotels, I'm going to think twice before I put that F on my stupid posters everywhere, And so it's like if they lose confidence, then it's all over.
I actually don't agree with that because I think that like, people always say like, oh, well, MySpace was big before Facebook.
Hold on. Ben Franklin just asked, why are we not talking about vaginas?
A valid
I'll tell you
question.
what. How many times during the writing of the Constitution was that said by Ben Franklin? And it's like, I don't know, like, should inalienable rights go to all men? What say you, Jefferson? And Ben Franklin's like, yo, bros, when we can start talking about poon again? Let me tell you about this one girl I had. She had a wig on, and I'm talking upstairs and downstairs. What's up, Betty Frank? How you living, Benny Frank? In mansions and Benzes. All right, so here's the thing about Facebook. I don't buy the like Facebook is MySpace. Facebook's not MySpace.
No,
Facebook
that,
is
no.
it is its own thing.
Absolutely.
And it is not going away.
Right.
And like you can build businesses have been built on less than the kind of page views that they are getting. The problem with Facebook is, unlike Google, because like there was a Yahoo before Google, there were search engines and there will be search engines after that might decrease Google's relevance. What Google does great is maximize dollars per eyeball.
Yeah.
They had AdWords. AdWords was a revolution. It makes a boatload of money. All it does is print money for them, which is why Google stock is worth as much as it is. Facebook can't sell anything to anybody. They suck balls at selling everything, which is why that stock is taking a complete terrible tumble.
By the way, I have our selection. I'm gonna wait until we finish encoding, and then we'll rock.
And by the way, free lunch is like, Jerry, you sound like you're on the Twit network.
Padre SJ is cracking me up, dude. He's some face balls. We're the face balls. Watch out.
Watch out. We're the face balls. Cause what you got is what we need, and all we do is dirty deeds. We're the face balls.
Watch out.
We're the face balls.
She's gone from suck to blow.
You have no idea how much I watched that movie when I was a kid. I watched the movie so much that like for every birthday party for a consecutive 3 years, I just invited my friends over and we watched Faceballs.
We watched Faceballs.
That was it. That's all I wanted to do.
Man.
You see that movie Inner Space?
Loved Inner Space.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Don't beg. Don't ever beg.
The Jack Putter machine, 0 defects.
And then there was that movie Rad. Anybody see Rad?
I did.
The bikes.
Yeah.
It was like BMX bikes, wasn't it?
All right, people are saying the police every breath you take.
Nope,
I can't remember that video.
I already told you. I got it picked out. It's non-negotiable.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, do you want?
Oh, okay, yeah. So we're waiting for the encoding. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, I'll give you a peek, but we'll just like. Did you see some of the less popular Mel Gibson vehicles, like Life Sucks? Did you see that one?
That was a film?
That was a film. That was a Mel
Gibson film.
Yeah. Or Life Stinks. That's what it was.
Was that
Life Sucks Balls?
Was that between?
Was the name of the movie originally, but it turned out to be
prior.
No,
to
that's the
Passion of the
documentary he's made about his own life over the last 3 years.
Yeah, no, Life Stinks.
Ben Franklin, I've effed the police, literally.
Man, I gotta stop reading the chat room because they're
Okay, real quick, Yoshi. So my second day in Oakland, I locked myself and Brett, my roommate, the Amtrekker, out on our porch.
Wait, did I say Mel Gibson? Because I meant Mel Brooks.
Oh, that's your roommate?
Yes,
I thought
Brett,
I said
the
Mel
Amtrekker.
Brooks.
Oh,
Are
that's
you
great.
familiar with?
I loved that tweet he sent out where it just said, "I just walked across America."
Yeah.
Right.
He did. He's that guy.
That's just a really crazy thing. Like no one, how many people could ever say that?
Wait, no, you didn't walk across America.
That's what his tweet said.
Did it? He was probably talking about like you walked across a map of America and you saw like his name was Amtrekker and you assumed.
Fooled by a technicality.
No, I think. Well, I mean, I know he has traveled America.
Yeah.
Through his Amtrekker thing.
Yeah.
So it's like he's certainly that guy. But I do think, actually, now that I think about it, I think Brian's right. It was like a Four Corners situation where he just kind of walked across a map.
Oh, come on.
He's like, you want to beat him up now? You're like, I'm calling you out, Amtrekker. You're nothing but a fraud.
He actually, what's it called? He was at this meeting I was at. Not a meeting. It was not a meeting so much as like a place where a bunch of people got together at
It was
a bar. But you want to know what? All right. This is new to Justin, where Justin doesn't know. Normally, all Justin does is just talk about anything that Justin wants to talk about.
Sure.
Because, like, business-wise, it's his own business, so it's like he's the person who can talk about
are you
things.
about to invade him? Like you're like, well, so anyway, the Go Games financials for the second
No,
quarter.
no.
sort
It's
of
nothing
broke
that
down
bad.
like this.
It's just like, because the Go Game financials are fairly good enough to hire me, at least, hopefully. But it was a plan. I don't want to say the plan as it's half cocked and then have chat realm just pester the Go Game. And they immediately like have both the double-edged sword of me being on NSFW weighed out for them, where it's like on one hand they just have like, hey, nothing but endless positive things about this hire we've made. And then like on the other hand, this hire got drunk and said something that we're doing and now we're stuck with it.
What was it? I mean, you could tell me.
Yeah,
Basically,
nobody's listening.
In the barest of ideas, the idea was pitched that Amtrekker would go from one part of the country to another by bike. And the question was how you make, and he'd stop city by city and like do a Go game at some place. And the question was, where would he go and where would he stop? But basically it would be like a month-long mini Amtrekker of him going from one place to another and stopping and doing games along the way.
Sounds pretty rad.
It'd be pretty sweet. And of course, Brett's like, double locked in, ready to rock and roll on it. And the Go Game's ready to rock and roll on it, but it's just like figuring out how to make it the best possible.
Now, so it's still a half-cocked idea.
Yeah. No, it was like, I think it was pretty much conceived like 5 hours ago.
Is his name like any sort of play on Amtrak?
No. Well, no. The Amtrekker name is like just an American trekker.
I see. Okay. I thought maybe he just took train rides everywhere or something.
He didn't, which was a very poor name choice by him.
Have you ever taken an Amtrak train ride?
I took trains in Europe, not in the U.S.
It's actually really enjoyable. It's just too expensive.
Well, yeah, it's just as expensive as...
No, I'm going to go ahead. I'm gonna disagree with that. I'm going to say train rides, every train ride I've ever had, unless it's like a regional rail or something, like going from one part of...
It takes too long.
Too long, too expensive,
Yes.
and like it is worked itself into a relevancy so far
Right.
that it's worse than air travel on every level.
Except,
I'm going to disagree.
except for the view.
I'm going to disagree across.
You get some
all right,
really great
screw,
views.
Screw the view. Nobody gives a rat's ass.
Okay, thanks.
The fact is that you could hole yourself. You pay for the primo cabin, and you just get effing hammered. You just drink the whole time long. You pass out. You wake up. You're in the other side of the country. That's rad. That's the one redeeming aspect. That's the only way.
No, because you can't do that. Like in one drunk, how long is your drunk? Like I could go like I could do like a 24-hour drunk, and that's not gonna get you across the country.
Well, whatever. It'll get you, from Austin to Chicago.
No,
That'd
that's
be
the
awesome.
point. It's like they'll just stop randomly.
Well,
The
you know why they
train will
do
just-
that? They lease the lines from the commercial rail, like the Union Pacific, and Amtrak has to pull over and stop. And they have to wait for Union Pacific to drive by, and then they can start again.
All right.
And so Amtrak doesn't have right of way, so it takes them forever to get anywhere. But you do get, I think you get a nice view.
All right, look, I got something very
No,
important.
it's a good view. No, I won't bitch about that. But I'm just saying, like, it's not as cheap and flexible as driving, and it's not as cheap and quick as flying.
Agreed. And if you're ever on one, you'll see that most of the train is empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it sucks balls.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Give me time.
Another courtroom setting.
Is it a courtroom? Oh, it is a courtroom, but you got like a gospel choir there.
Yeah, there's a magistrate. Now here's the thing about Boy George is that like I'm sure that looked hip at the point that it was in the 80s, but doesn't he kind of look like a painter now? Like if somebody's painting your house and looked exactly like Boy George, you wouldn't like look twice at him.
You wouldn't flinch at all. No, and he was so outrageous at the time, man. You're like, that guy's so crazy.
But he basically looks like a Mexican painter with a hat.
No, he did. Well, maybe a little bit.
Don't tell me no. I know it's right. Look at that hair. Only Mexicans wear their hair like that.
Boy, that is a bored ass judge. Judge is just like, I hope nobody notices the Mexican whore underneath this desk right now.
Well, that and also like the judge, like how many times did like the director to be like, all right, show me disdain. You're disgusted.
You're disgusted,
Judge.
disappointed.
Your name is Judge Disgusted.
All right, who's this?
Black woman.
Well, thank you, Captain Genius. What? I'm sorry. I'm
Do
sorry.
I not remember
What?
this video?
Wow.
Hold up.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Whoa, Bojangles, bam-a-lam. Whoa, Blowjangles, bam-a-lam. Black horse had a black face, bam-a-lam. It's kind of racist. 20 years later, bam-a-lam.
T2T2 says, suddenly, more than one black woman. This is the official video, just FYI. This is not, I was terribly afraid. Oh my, I can't even look at it. That's horrific.
Okay, so what we're looking at is like just a bunch of blackface, Mr. Bojangles. No, do me a favor. Go back to a shot of them.
Real quick, David's just joining us. David, I want you to get on mic. I want you to see this part of the video here. Okay. Here,
this is the Culture Club.
Yeah, this is the Culture Club, and this is how culture they are. Take a look at this. You got a little bit of this.
Yeah.
You got this.
Right.
And then you got this.
Whoa. Where did we go? No. Oh. That's only permissible in a comedy.
Now, I'll tell you what. Do you think that you could get them all dismissed if you were just sending off minstrels? Is there any minstrels on the jury? Raise your hand, and they would all be jazz hands. Oh, massa, sure, I'm a minstrel.
Oh, my God. Is he pleading his case to the jury?
Okay, now by the way, now people are saying, oh, it's black people in blackface. And that's, okay, like, sure. That is, especially at the time, probably more ironic than it is now, when blackface has kind of universally been understood as like the worst possible thing you can do. That it is emblematic of a series of entertainment in a bygone era that is wholly dismissed as completely racist.
So it's like
the
N-word.
There's no way you can look at this now and say this would never happen.
Man,
never.
Picture an alternate universe where because the other thing that's like that is the use of the N-word.
Yeah.
But like they owned the N-word. What if in an alternate reality?
Oh, the blackface was just what they all did.
They're like, that is our face. You don't get to use that makeup. That's our makeup.
Yeah.
Well, that would only mean because the reason why the N-word was like a big thing is because white people loved saying the N-word. Like they really got a kick out of it, right? So it meant something to take it away. White people didn't love putting on blackface.
Yeah.
It takes time.
Right.
There are people who made livings off it, but you lost a couple people weren't able to earn paychecks so they couldn't put on blackface. Like the N-word hurts because there are still people who are like, man, I would love to use the N-word, but now I can't because of this whole racial thing.
Yeah, these hypothetical people who really would love to use the N-word.
But it's harder now. Like those people who use the N-word, and let's call them, just for the sake of argument, my family. Now they get crap from their kids because that's inappropriate. Before they were able to just go throw off all half-cocked and just toss around N-words like it was a laugh.
All right, let's go back to Leon the Professional. Wait, so I guess he's on trial for being what? Covered in makeup and white.
For wearing the same outfit 2 days in a row, apparently.
Yes, exactly. But then they flash back to what I assume is the scene of the crime, where in Soho, 1936, when apparently people dress like this.
Do you really want to make me cry?
Dude or chick?
Chick.
Yeah.
Dude or chick?
Unknown.
Dude or chick? Wait, FDR is sitting there rocking?
It's Bill Murray as FDR in that new movie. Now, just point out, the next time it shows Boy George, that he's just wearing a bar mitzvah sweater, which is hilarious.
Yeah. No, well, I was going to ask if we had any folks who knew what that said in Hebrew there.
I love how also they make a point oh, it's the Gargoyle Club in 1936, and there's nothing aside from that Chiron
right,
that makes anything seem like it's 1936.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. It's not the Gargoyle Club, it's the Ball Gargling Club. Am I right?
Heyo! Lighten them up.
In my heart the fire's burning. Choose my color, find a star.
Oh wait, I forgot to go. Jimmy Cox, woo! Woo!
Jimmy Cox likes to do two things. Listen to Boy George and gargle Boy George. Woo! Jimmy Cox.
Boy George has one dance move.
It's the only one he needs. It's the Boy
How
George.
hilariously tame is Boy George?
Oh
Boy
my God.
George seems like the worst entertainer ever.
That's a step too far.
He's been taken out for his one dance move. He's on trial. That's what this trial's about. Deny it. You only have one dance move.
Do you really want to hurt me?
He's just like, I'm gonna look at this pornographies.
The thing is, this video was good enough to enable his crazy lifestyle at this point in time.
Sure.
Like this video right here.
No, he was massive. He was gigantic, right? I mean, like Boy George, of the careers that we see now, and including Madonna, Lady Gaga, Nicki Minaj, all these Penny.
Did you just sneak in David Rowan in there?
I may or may not have.
out, David Rowan. I'm gonna start doing that.
They all owe to Boy George on some level.
Yeah, David
like
Bowie
even a
and Boy
contemporary
George.
like Madonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is how hilariously tame is this? That's the funniest part about watching this video right now is that like if you released this would not. I was talking about a bar mitzvah sweater.
Today?
This would be boring as a bar mitzvah video. If it was just like like
a parody video.
The bar mitzvah boy wanted to do a funny video for his family, you'd be snoozing halfway through it.
Right.
By the way, this just in. We have from Brett Rounsaville. Fact: I did not walk across the country. Schwood knows his stuff.
Man, the power of the internet, I tell you.
The power of chat realm compels you. I just want to walk in and start shouting that. The power of chat realm compels you.
Make me cry. Do you really want to hurt me?
What now? Okay, in the pitch meeting, I can't help but think like they got this whole concept of a guy who's got only one dance move and gets arrested by the dance police, and there's some asshat who's just like, yeah, and the jury's in blackface.
No, well, I mean, like, but understand, Boy George was shockingly revolutionary.
Sure.
For his
Like,
time, yeah.
a dude who was like so androgynous he could be a chick was like mind-blowing to that point. So it's like once you've already crossed that Rubicon, then blackface jury. Why not?
Yeah.
Now they didn't have the balls to go with a white jury dressed in blackface.
The power of chat room compels you.
I just want to see how many times I can get you to promise us blackface jury.
Whoa, blackface jury. Bam-a-lam. Whoa, blackface jury. Bam-a-lam.
Do you really want to make me cry? Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
It was a smooth transition,
What
by
was
the
it?
way.
What was in the brainstorming session for the video? Like, what are we gonna do in this part? I got it. What's that, Johnson? Blackface jury. Johnson, that's why I love you. That's why you're here.
And then it's like, and cut to diving board. Lots of dudes. Go. Now, isn't the story like that that he and this dude were having an off again, on again thing, and he got his feelings hurt, and that's what this song's about?
It's the drummer.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why he wrote this song. This was Boy George giving the passive aggressive middle finger to his because the drummer dude apparently to this day denies that there was ever any relationship and is not cool with homosexuals or whatever.
Oh, really?
The Dolphin Square Health
So
Club.
who is he? Like Dorian Gray? How long is Boy George alive in this scenario?
He's like the G-Man. He's that dude from Lost with the eyeliner who walks around recruiting people in time and space. That's what he does.
Yes.
He goes to do his one dance move and freak him out.
Words of you I
And there's my one move until the cops come again. Shalom.
Padre SJ, I knew it. Boy George is a slider.
could waste 1,000 years. Wrapped in sorrow, words are token. Come inside and catch me.
It really, his only move is to creepily go
That's
up
right.
and do his dance to people sitting at tables. And he's like, wherever there are people sitting at tables acting like squares,
Well, the problem
I'll
is,
be there.
if anybody else is moving, it may be a better dance move than his. If they're just moving, it may actually be a better dance move than his. So
Holy
they're like,
crap.
please sit still. He'll come up and do his
This
dance.
is a real place. This is
Androgynous one dance man coming next week. Says Cataway.
and we mean it.
You looked up the Dolphin Square Health Club?
I didn't. Chat Realm made it happen. They're freaking wizards. They found the place. This is where Boy George was last seen, dancing.
We don't know. We haven't got to the end of the video.
Of course, at the diving club, two handsome dudes are arm wrestling. Why wouldn't they be?
You've been talking about believe me. If it's true, you do not know. This bylaws without a reason.
I was just hanging out on this diving board listening to my transistor radio, but I'm so befuddled by the one dance move of that androgynous boy.
I'm prepared to let you go.
It's almost as though this whole thing is just like, right? Isn't he weird?
That's it. That's the most bizarre part about watching this right now is that like, you know, because we've obviously watched we've deconstructed a bunch of videos, and normally you can get a sense of like where they are and how it is grounded in today's culture.
Sure.
This is one of those things where like it is a complete disconnect. Boy George is not weird at all. Like you could Boy George could walk up to my grandma, should she still be alive, and my grandma would be like, well, look at that. That's very nice of you.
Yeah,
young man.
The nicest young man.
But in 1984, she would have been like, "Oh my goodness, who is this guy?"
Everybody was like,
no, and
who's
actually,
that boy in the bar mitzvah sweater
with that sweet dance move?
This is actual footage of Justin's grandmother.
Oh, I'll tell you what. My old hands alone going back.
I'm prepared to let you go.
It really is. I'm getting the longer he does that one dance move, the funnier it becomes to me. I want to learn it.
If it's right you want from me, then take it away.
Yes. Yes.
That's an 80s head.
Yes.
Everything's not what you see. It's over.
No, that pose right there looks like the hands that you used to give me to try to freak me out while I was doing the ad reads for Netflix.
Yes. And you are the only one who saw them. Watch out for the sneak attack rapist.
Cowgirl Curtis, bitch, we gonna get you.
He vanished. Wait, now what was he thinking? What was the implied thing here? Where he was gonna.
Wait, he's time traveling?
Yeah, no, he's just gonna pluck the fruit right off. That was a wrong choice. Yeah.
What you see, it's over again. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you
See, now he's scared because now he knows he's a time traveling one move dancer.
really want to make
Aren't we all?
me cry?
So, you'll not do your one dance move in my courtroom.
Do you really want to hurt me?
Order!
Do you really want?
And did he just do a Bela Lugosi there? where he...
Do you really want to make me cry?
Yeah. Sexy
Dude,
chorus
I'll tell you
dancing
what,
outside
like,
my door.
Every girl I ever went to high school with, and probably half the guys were more effeminate than like what is happening right now with Boy George. Like Boy George is not even like basic level effeminate.
It's like if chat round was seeing this for the first time, they would be shouting, "Not gay enough."
No, yeah, like he looks like an accountant put on makeup.
Sure.
That's great.
Dude, by the way, Benjamin Franklin is just cracking me up in the chat room. I hope he stays around forever.
Ben Frank, I'll tell you, he's a founding father for a reason, you know.
Wait, did they just show up just to dance in front of him and be all like, "Peace out, we all free"?
No, they freed old boy. So he can do his one dance.
I'm gonna start like next time my daughter does something wrong, I'm gonna be like, "In the name of Boy George's one and only dance, what are you doing?"
Do you really want to hurt me?
Oh my God, the band broke. The inmates are running the asylum, and by inmates I mean mostly black people.
Oh my God.
To make me cry. Do you
And the drummer, he definitely probably banged.
Oh, that happened.
And he's like, look at him.
That
Now,
happened.
when
That
you
totally
know
happened.
the story
there
behind
it
it,
is. He's not even looking at him.
he's like, this is like this moment. He's like, that's right, MFer. I'm saying it to you. And by MFer, I mean me effer.
And the drummer can't even look at him. He's like, I'm just gonna play the drum now.
He's like, I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you really want to make me cry?
That is the best drumming ever.
Do you really want to make me cry?
All right, here's my big moment.
Get jazzy.
Here's my big moment.
Go.
Here it goes. Watch this.
Do you really want to make me cry?
Nailed it.
Let me see your impression, David. Watch it.
Of the drumming?
Yeah, no, here, I'm going to give
Do
you the music.
you really want to make me cry? No, you gotta do the drum, right, Dave?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
gotta
Here we
do
go.
the big-
Here we go. Here we go.
Do you really want to make me cry?
Do you really want to make me cry?
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Perfect.
Really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
Oh, wow, he is. He's rubbing it in.
They're all like bored now.
And that dude is not happy about it.
This is the best photo ever. I want
He's
it
like,
on a
I can't
postcard.
believe I got drunk and banged the lead singer.
I can't believe I banged the whole thing.
So there was this Rihanna video, like this recent Rihanna video, and apparently these two guys recreated it scene for scene, like background for background, and it is pretty funny if you've ever seen the original video.
I've
I don't know.
not,
Has
unfortunately.
anybody heard of this? Because I just saw it the other day. I saw a snip of it, and it was a lot of work went into creating the parody. A lot of work. The filters and everything are the exact same.
We'll see if they find. I can't believe I banged the whole thing.
I'll tell you what, guys. I think I might have to wind down.
No, yeah, dude, it's past
get
midnight around here, around these parts.
Get the hill back down to old Oaktown. I'm gonna finish this beer though, because that's a smart move.
Yeah, just put it in your pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, it's the Bay Bridge, I think.
Just pour it in a
What?
paper cup.
Oh no, I won't. Oh, is that where I'm going? Oh, okay.
Wait, what do you guys? To whom do you speak, sir?
Oh, my posse, my new posse of Jams and OMG.
Oh
Is it the Possum Posse?
I wish. I'll tell you what. I still have that one song that they only played on our show in my head.
Oh,
the
one where he goes to an ATM card, gets upset.
No, not the lost guy in the Buffalo one.
Oh, that
Put
one.
that poop in a chute. No, it was what's it called? You might be ugly by most people's standards, but you're all right by mine.
Yeah.
I always just had the lyric. You said you ain't no supermodel. You ain't a hand model, baby. But that's fine.
Yes.
You're mighty ugly by most people's standards, but you're all right by mine.
All right, look. If we're gonna shut it down, I'm gonna play a greatest hit, and then we shut it down. And is that too? Should I track down that song though that they played on the? I want to hear the one you were talking about.
I mean, maybe we should go out with a little spiritual, a little There Will Be a City.
No.
I'm looking for a city.
No way, dude. You gotta chase them all off. See, look at this. They're screaming already. No, yes.
It's always been a 50-50 proposition.
Man, all I'm gonna say is we should probably try to get George Schraub.
No, it's about time. Now that I'm actually moved in, it's about time we got serious about the summer music series.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got a very, very special guest, right?
Who is this guy?
What are you guys playing for us today?
We're going to play a song called Assumptions. It's about assuming things.
All right, take it away. Possum Posse.
If you please. Can everyone, can you hear all of our
Yeah, I think
instruments
so.
okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was amazing that they just were here and playing music in the studio.
Assume for a moment, if you will, you're a dinosaur.
Now, what this song? Skip ahead. Yeah, I want to hear the one supermodel song.
All right.
Manuel! Good.
Man, we shout a lot on our show.
Over the years, you've turned into...
Yeah. Uh-oh. Did I just... Nope. Yep, definitely. That just happened.
What the hell?
That happens all the time on Chrome and on YouTube, which is, strange, because you would think that...
Yeah, that Google would have that figured out.
Yeah.
Nice pull, Brett.
Well, on the day that we met on the internet, I asked her for a little photograph. She sent it on over to me, said, I know it's ugly. I said, girl, ugly ain't the half. Look at you. You got blue teeth and you only got 2 teeth, but I kinda like to see you smile. And it appears that over the years you've turned into a big old steaming pile. And she said, yeah, well, I know I ain't no supermodel. I said, you ain't a hand model, baby, but that's fine, 'cause you're pretty ugly by most people's standards. Hey, but you're alright by mine. Like well, on our first date, I showed up right at 8. She came to the front door. I said, I'm gonna wait right here while you go put on your makeup. She says, do I have to put on more? And I said, yeah, 'cause you got that one crazy eye and that one hazed over lazy eye. Still, I kinda dig that ugly grin. Maybe it's your dermatitis or your gingivitis. Either way, none of my friends ever ask about your twin. She says, yeah, I know I ain't no supermodel. I said, I ain't gonna argue with that, baby, but that's fine. You're pretty dang ugly by most people's standards, but you're alright by mine. And maybe I never told her that she looked pretty, but you can never say I lied. 'Cause maybe she's ridiculously hideous to look at, but that's just on the outside, yeah. Oh, with her blue teeth and only having them 2 teeth. Well, I kinda dig that ugly grin, even though she sorta looks like she fell off a dirt bike and landed right on her chin 8 or 9 times. Said, I know I ain't no supermodel. I said, funny when you compare yourself to a supermodel. Oh, that's fine. 'Cause you're pretty ugly by most people's standards, hey, but you're alright by mine. She said, yeah, well, I know I ain't no supermodel. I said, what a ridiculous understatement. That's fine, 'cause you're pretty dang ugly by most people's standards. Hey, but you're alright by, yeah, you're alright by, you're alright by, you're alright by mine.
Yeah. GTFO. All right, dude, we shutting this down?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. And by the way, thank you for everybody noticing how fat I was in that video. That was definitely pre-running regimen. So
nice.
Yeah, I was definitely like 20 pounds heavier in that video.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So looking at your hat, are you a big fan of the letter P?
I love P words.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I love P. I love poop.
Oh, P, poop. Persnickety. I'm a big fan of pumpernickels.
Parsimony.
But yeah, happy birthday to Jumpmon, and also I'll tell you what, I wish I could buy a great recording of that song, because that's like my favorite country song ever.
I should see what.
And the only time I can listen to it is by watching it on our show, which is like partly awesome and partly sucky, because I would really like an awesome copy of it.
Yeah, man. Now you can only go and buy a guy in a Buffalo T-shirt.
Now, by the way, like, did their album
I was just
ever come
wondering
out?
that. Did their Kickstarter make it?
I think it did.
New album is funded. Yeah.
But I don't know if it ever came out.
Well, that's the downside of Kickstarter, ain't it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
Is there
Says
any
here-
wait?
says
Is
here
there
on the
any
backer.
accountability at all?
I don't think there is. That's the downside for it.
So you really got to believe that person's going to do what they say they're going to do.
I believe them.
Which is why you should believe my Kickstarter to go to the moon for $50.
There ain't no more moon.
Twice.
All right.
All right, bro. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. 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 So long, bro.
What?
I guess
Hello?
I'm supposed to hang up? No, you hang up.
I have no, I mean, like, I can't do anything. I'm literally
No,
just
you
sitting
hang
in a
up.
chair.
You hang up.
I'm not going to do it. You hang up.
You ain't no supermodel. It's funny you compared yourself to a supermodel.
All right, I'm shutting this down. Oh, I would like to point out real quick, for those of you guys keeping score at home, there was no Time Warner Cable dropouts, and I have noticed that we've never had a Time Warner Cable dropout when I've only been connected to one Skype connection. It's only when I have multiple Skypes going that it craps the bed, and it's not this computer that craps the bed, it's the router that craps the bed. So if anyone knows anything about networking, and they can explain to me why having multiple Skype connections could somehow cause a complete...
Well, you know, the only person on earth to talk to about that.
Is
It
Colleen?
starts with a call and ends with a lean.
Yeah, well, she personally worked on it. I mean, she fixed it. We didn't... She physically was at my house and she laid hands on it.
She laid her Colleen hands on it.
Yes. She laid...
I have to brave my way out to her element of Oakland. Apparently, I heard that it's not like she lives in a bad neighborhood. She lives in like a warehouse area.
Oh, it's a bad
But, like,
neighborhood. It's a very bad neighborhood.
Is it really?
I'm terrified every time I go there.
Apparently, like, the area between my neighborhood and her neighborhood is the worst neighborhood ever created.
You know what? She's not in the bad neighborhood now. She was like, that warehouse is terrifying. But the place she's in
Chad
is
screaming, it's
Still
still
bad.
the most horrifying thing ever.
I'm pretty sure I saw someone murdered the last time I was there.
Wait,
Did you report that, Chad?
Yeah, there were cops already coming.
Well, so that happened,
that's
but
nice.
I look Hispanic, so like, what could happen to me?
Okay, all right, look, I gotta shut it down. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And then bye to you on the Justin feed. But first, fuck your mom.
That's right.